This is Coach Bill. I am glad that you are here. Today is a very exciting day. Today is day one, and today I'm going to start to begin to lay out your training program. If you would need any reference, please go back. We have now listed all of the functional skills that would create the physical aspect of a swing, this idea of our swing school, the idea of a physical swing, the characteristics that go into that. Those characteristics were slack pull, pulling out the slack so that we are creating good tension within the body, absorption, how we get strong at the ball when we're trying to create a 100% efficient body at the ball. We've talked about forward momentum, where we talked about forces and the idea of a good use of how we create body speed, and so we need a horizontal force and a torque force. We talked about leverage and the importance of leverage, of getting into the library and reading what is happening to us as we're moving forward. Sweet spot awareness, where we're beginning to feel where our barrel is in space and time, which is very important, right? That understanding, that feel. And then we talked about body timing and pitch timing, body timing being how we put all of those items together to create our swing, and pitch timing, how we take that swing and marry it to what the pitcher is throwing to us. So we have all of that done. So today we want to talk about day one. I just labeled it here as the GPS, which just means in order for us to get to a particular place, we need to know where we're at. Okay, and so it's our global positioning system day. We're gathering our baseline information. Today's a relatively easy day, all in all, and it is, each day has a little bit of items. Today's it's about power and consistency. All right, power and consistency. That's where we begin, because that's what everybody wants to talk about. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do today, you're going to create your target. Okay, create a target. You set up your tee. Make sure you know where you're set up on the tee. So if you are on a mat or such, just place a couple of pieces of tape where your feet are so that you're going to stay consistent throughout this entire training. As you go about doing that, is it possible that you can change because you feel a little more comfortable? Yeah, absolutely. But we are trying to be as consistent in our setup as possible as well. Okay, so all things considered equal, let's get a set of baseballs that you're going to be able to work with. So sometimes you might want to go buy a dozen new baseballs and just set those off to the side. It could be 6. We just use them a little bit. Okay, so nothing about that, but we want to make sure that we're consistently using the same ball, and we want to consistently use the same bat until we grow out of it. Okay, so today, first things that we're going to do when we pick up our numbers, if you look, I believe in the description area, I have given you this, okay? It's just a logging sheet. It's a logging sheet, so you can take a look at this. You can download that, print it off as you need it. I think it has 3 days on it, so obviously, right, you can use a notebook as well. You could use a table here on your computer or such, but we do want to measure. What gets measured improves. Okay, so it's crucial that you are honest, track the real numbers. That way we're going to realize our real growth, okay? And so, as I said, I labeled this one power and consistency. Each of these days, we will, or you can, okay, focus on something in particular that is important to you. Each day here, I'm just giving an idea, and you can begin to understand how this goes, but it doesn't have to be exactly this. And a lot of the things that we do are clay drills. Okay, so day one, this is about power and consistency. And so what you're going to do is you're going to set up your tee. You're going to set up your target. In the beginning, right here through week 1, I would want to work on my target. Can I get back in here? That's my cursor coming through. You want to work your target. Let me just write this out. At about 20 feet to begin with, okay? At about 20 feet. Eventually what's going to happen is you're going to work your way out to 40 feet and then possibly further, but that's going to take us a little bit of time to get to that. But at 20 feet, we'll begin to get a good idea of where we're at. So the first 10 things that you're going to do after you get a nice little warm-up, the first things that you're going to do is you are going to do 10 swings. And what those 10 swings, you're going to mark them down, so take your time. We're going to get our line drive consistency results. We are going to achieve a high T exit speed, and then we're going to grab an average T exit speed, all right, which is going to be 10 swings, all those numbers added up, divided by 10. Obviously, the high is going to be the high as the high swing of that set of 10. And then if we come back here, if you look here, when you're grading the line drive, obviously a ball that comes straight back through the middle and hits your target, that would be a 5. A really sharply hit fly ball, a sharply hit ground ball, which would look like a really hard, maybe a sinking liner or a hard one hopper. Those rate 4s. 3s would be a typical fly out or maybe a 2-hop ground out. A 2 would be a medium-sized fly ball or a 3-hop in the infield. And the 1 is like a pop-up in the excuse me, I lost my train of thought. The 1 is a pop-up, and the lower one obviously would be a multi-hop ground ball. So nothing to worry about there. And then what you can do, you can just come in, you can just log it down, pitch 1, right? All of these are the same speeds. Pitch 1 was a nice hard line drive hit. That was a 4, and it came out at 60 miles an hour, okay? And then you can just label those down as you go along, okay? So really good to know, and we begin to create that, and just to get the feedback of that creates a lot of growth, all right? So once we do that, you'll then take 10 T swings using a basketball, and there we're working on absorption, that idea of power. So we're going to use the 10 T swings, and what we're going to get out of that is the high T exit speed with the basketball and the average T exit speed with the basketball. Again, just measure them off. You can set that chart. Let me get back to there. You can set that chart, and you could come in here, and you could even divide this off, and you would know, just mark it over here, basketball, LP, live pitch, whatever it was, okay? It could be T, whatever abbreviations that you want to use, but you can use those there. And so we get that. And then we're going to go to 10 live swings. And what we can do at that point is from the plate, remove the T. At the plate, the L screen should be at about 18 feet, 20 feet. That is a reactionary time. There's some math that goes in behind that, so just trust me when we talk about getting that out to about 18 feet. And I'm just going to mark this down as the T target, right? And then on the live pitch at 18 feet. Okay, so we'll be at 18 feet for that. Doggone it. There we go, at 18 feet. So we do our 10 live swings, all one fastball speed, okay, all one speed. And what we can get out of there, again, we can get our rating, our line drive consistency rating again. And if we're using a target behind us, that becomes really informational to us. So we can do that. And again, we get a live exit speed and an average live exit speed. And what we're going to find out is they might be lower because there might start to show some issues that are happening, okay, overall compared to the T. All right. Theoretically, because of collision forces, the live swings should have a higher exit velocity. Okay, so if that doesn't happen, then we know that there's areas there that we can work on. Now, in addition, when you do those 10 live swings, what I want you to do is to set a camera up directly at 90 degrees. Set a camera up at 90 degrees across from your hitter, right? And they should be facing the camera. And when you make these 10 pitches, and we just want to record them. Ideally, one at a time. If we have to do all 10 at one point, that's fine. The Pocket Radar, the Smart Coach, allows you to do one clip at a time, which is nice. But if you're on a camera or such and you're just recording out, okay, so be it. So if you had a third person that's there, ideal. Take the clip, stop. Take the swing, stop. On and on for the 10 swings. Okay, so that is where we are at for day one. Relatively easy to do. Okay, no big deal about that. Again, it's our 10 T swings with a regular baseball. It's our 10 T swings with a basketball, and then 10 live swings, all one pitch at 20 feet. Okay, the T target is at 20 feet. All right, so the line drive consistency log sheet is included in the description, the link to it. Just download it. I do believe it's a PDF. Just download it, print it off as you need it, or copy it as you need it, and you can go from there, or you can just set it up however you want to in a notebook or such. In addition to, go ahead, take a look at any of the mindset videos because we're polluted with them. And along the way, what I'll do is here, I will organize. I'll start to break down all of those videos that are in the swing school, and we'll start to organize those out into mindsets, into the functional skill areas. Okay, so this is Swing School Day 1. Good luck to you. Keep me posted on how it's going. If you have any questions on like what our setup is or whatever, please just ask. In the meantime, hey, don't let any questions stop you. Just make sure you're going out, some way of measuring, get swinging, okay? I'll be here again tomorrow. We're going to talk about that video analysis, okay? So today, T-swing with the basketball, live swings. On the live swings, make sure that we're videotaping. All right? Okay, I'll talk to you soon.